Can you tell us what is going on in the agri sector now?
Well,
Give
thank
us
you
a
very much.
brief.
Thank you
Yes.
very much for having me. First, let me say that what is happening in the agricultural sector is anchored on the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, whose vision is for Nigeria to be able to feed itself and for Nigeria to also tap the opportunity that God has freely given us in terms of exploiting to the very maximum for the benefit of Nigerians the abundant natural resources that Nigeria has been so blessed with. It is right for us to begin to say, oh, Nigeria has so hectares of land, this water body. This is what we all know. But over the years, the lip service that have been paid to this sector, the president is bringing a game-changing, policy direction. And what did he do? First, you recall, he declared a state of emergency in July last year on food security. And when we were inaugurated, he changed the name of the ministry from Agriculture and Rural Development to Food, Agriculture and Food Security. Now, there is this saying that if you don't know your purpose, you only continue to work in vain. I think given the importance and significance of food security to our citizens, if you look at the Constitution, it says the welfare and security of the citizens is the primary purpose of government. How do you define welfare when people are hungry? How do you define welfare when people don't have food? So that purpose has now been properly brought to bear in terms of the mandate and direction that has been given to both myself and my brother, distinguished Senator Abubakar Kyari, in the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. And upon our coming last year, we went straight to work because we started with the dry season farming. Like we all know, Nigeria's potential for irrigation farming is so huge. We have more than 14 million hectares of land that should have been properly put into irrigation use. And even more, given the preponderance of water bodies that we have. So we started last year with the National Agricultural Growth Scheme, Agro Pocket Project, which is African Development Bank sponsored project. And last year we kickstarted the wheat program across 15 wheat producing states. Our target was 120,000 hectares of land, and as at the end of planting, because right now some have even started harvesting, we have a record of 118,000 hectares, which is a very high score in terms of our target, meeting our target. Now, the idea here is for us to ramp up production so that it will help to bring down the food inflation that was being witnessed. Now, we are going into the second phase. The second phase is about to kickstart. That is from now till when the rains will begin to come. Areas where they are able to go into farming, we are targeting rice, we are targeting maize, we are targeting cassava. And in the area of what do they call it, rice, we are targeting 150,000 hectares. And then in the area of maize, we are targeting 50,000, and for cassava 20,000. And in all of this, government is providing massive support to farmers to enable them go into this production, just like we did for the wheat. So this is where we are, and as it is, just like I heard you talking about, donation of 21.5 million, bags of fertilizer from the CBN. This is another, very powerful intervention by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whose attention was drawn to the provision or to the availability of this facility, and he said, well, send it to Federal Ministry of Agriculture so that they can take it into their production. Now, what does this do? It has now answered one core question we've been asking all along. Timeliness in terms of input. So with this now, it has meant that the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is getting prepared for the wet season. Because when you don't provide inputs to farmers on a timely basis, then you reduce the capacity of your farmers to go into reproduction.
All right.
So these are the things that we're doing, and many more that we
Beautiful.
actually are already doing. And we believe ramping up production is the way to go. because when you produce more, you are able to send more products into the market, and that will